Hey VC, TC here. Sorry I haven't been around much the last few days. I've been working on getting my new setup done. I'm about halfway through. So once I get it done, hopefully this weekend, I will be able to start using everything again. Just a quick unboxing. I got a couple of recent things had come in. Starting with the Discogs collector seller named Collectible Choice. Had great experience with them. The stuff got here in just over a week. Prices were fantastic. There were a couple things on my Discogs want list that I found, and he had such great prices that I ended up buying 10 more things from him or so. Stuff that I wanted, stuff that I hadn't had, stuff that I didn't know I needed. This is how it happens when I buy vinyl. The two that were on my want list were this is Lip Sync's fourth album. I still need the third album. I have the first two. Lip Sync, of course, the dance band that did Funky Town back in 1980. Hope the fan isn't hitting the microphone too badly, by the way. The other one, I've looked around for a while, for a long time. I never bought it when I was a kid, and that is the solo album, or the only album, actually, by singer Orsa Leah. Orsa had a #1 hit in 1979 on the adult contemporary chart that people might remember called I Never Said I Love You. This is the album that has that on it. I've wanted this for a while. It's the only album I have, I believe, that's on the Infinity Records label. I have plenty of singles, but no albums. So I'm thrilled to get this too. I also found some extras for reasonable prices from him. So I went ahead and ordered those. Starting with some country stuff. Susan Ray, still in the shrink. With somebody's signature. I imagine it was previous owner here. It's not an autograph. My Heart Has a Mind of Its Own. That was the big hit off this album. This, I believe, is her second or third album from 72 or 73. I can't see. The light's not good in here right now, and my glasses are not that strong. So there you go. Picked up a couple of Lynn Anderson albums. The first of which is Lynn Anderson, You're My Man. Again, still in shrink, and try to get the glare off. Includes You're My Man, her hit single from that, which was the follow-up to Rose Garden. Also includes her version of Knock 3 Times, her version of Proud Mary, Help Me Make It Through the Night, Joy to the World, Put Your Hand in the Hand, and 3 or 4 other ones. I've always been a huge Lynn Anderson fan, so it's nice to add this to my collection. One of the 2 Herb Alperts I got on this set is that I did not already have, that I'm continuing to add to my 80s Herb Alpert. Herb Alpert Wild Romance. This is from the late 80s, and trying to see what single. It's got to be dusted off a bit. The single off this was 8 Ball, I believe, along with Wild Romance, and there may have been one other one. It's the gold stamp promo on the back. See that? I don't know. There you go. So this is another one I was quite glad to add to my Herb Alpert collection in the 80s. The other Lynn Anderson album, What a Man My Man Is. I got this because it included her version of I Honestly Love You, which I think she'll probably do really good at, and the title song. And also, I believe Tell Me a Lie was a hit by Sammy Joe in the 1970s on the pop chart. This is the album. Again, I'm a big Lynn Anderson fan. I got quite a few of her stuff, and this is another one to add. I picked up 2 albums by Rose Royce. Rose Royce 2 in Full Bloom. This is the album that has Love Don't Live Here Anymore on it. That's my favorite song by them. It's a gatefold with the pictures of the band inside. First album I've ever had on the Whitfield Records also. Again, I have only 2 or 3 singles by them on that label. And their third album, called Rose Royce Strikes Again! Exclamation point. I'm not really familiar with the tunes on here, but I was willing to take a chance because I like them. And this is another gatefold. Another great group shots in there. There you go. This one wasn't in the best of condition. I got it because I needed it and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on it. This is the album that brought Herb Alpert back to the pop chart for the first time in 12 years, I think. Rise. This includes his #1 hit, Rise, and the single Rotation, which I love. It's got a couple scratches on it, but that's okay. I knew that going in. And there was a more nicer one that I could have spent a little bit more on, but I didn't really want to. I was watching my money with them. All of these I got for under $20 plus postage, which is really terrific. Julio Iglesias' first American released album. This includes songs. It includes his hit "Amor." I believe "To All the Girls I've Loved Before" is on this also. I can't really see. Again, lighting is terrible in here. No, it does not. I'm surprised. I thought that was included. But it does have "Amor," which I've always loved. And this was the first English language market album, even though the songs are not all in English. In fact, they're mostly in Spanish. And finally, Lulu's comeback album from 1981 includes the hit "I Could Never Miss You" and also "Who's Foolin' Who?" And Who's Foolin' Who? And "If I Were You." This is the only album in my collection on the Alpha label. It has a very cool stylistic label. I have a couple of singles by her and by Billy and the Beaters on Alpha, but not very many. The label wasn't around very long either in the early 80s. So that was from Collector Choice, and thank you. I'm just going to put these back the right way. Wearing my new tie-dye t-shirt. I've got sick of watching Adam on Coffee and Vinyl over at Record Krate every day wearing his cool tie-dye t-shirts, so I finally ordered one. I haven't had one for a while. Speaking of Record Krate, my latest haul from him came in. I have got to move my chair. Excuse me, my massage control is caught in the foot again. Come on. Really? Right in the middle of a video, you're going to do that to me? How nice. I have to bend down because I got CDs in addition. Got a pile of CDs and a pile of vinyl from Adam for good prices. He has great prices on his stuff. Three of these I've heard of, but I've never heard the music. Two of them I've heard of, but I've never. No. I've heard of the bands, I've never heard the music, and I thought, that's a great price, I'll grab it. The first one is by the band Shoes. It was their debut album called Present Tense. I remember the billboard ads for this when it came out in the late 1970s or early 1980s. So we'll give that a try. I'm going to do a little bit more research on them. Another band I got, Sight Unseen. I looked it up on Wikipedia when he had it in the sale, and I'm like, well, I'll take that. I don't know why, but I will. Band called the Faith Band, or just Faith Band. Face to Face, name of the album. John Wade's debut solo album, Ignition, which has Change on it. Never had this. Love this guy. He's a terrific vocalist. Another band I just love the name of, love the cover photo. MCA Records, MCA Camel, it looks like. Let's see. No, MCA COM. I don't know what that is. Gold Stab promo for a band called The Thought. I love this cover. Not sure what the music's like. We'll find out. Another band I love that I have the first album by now. I have the second or third album by Sneaker. This is Loose in the World. Sneaker had one big hit called Just the Two of Us a few years ago. I talked about it on the Names video I did. Kiki D Band, I've Got the Music in Me. Of course, this was her big hit in the States. 1974. Should be on Rocket Records if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can see. Well, MCA now, but it was on Rocket when it originally came out. Reissues on MCA. Gun Hill Road with their album First Stop. This may be a promo or a cutout because it's got the little hole in it. This is their second album. I love their first album, which had Back When My Hair Was Short. I wonder why it's called First Stop, or maybe this is the first album, and Back When My Hair Was Short was on a different album because it's not on here. But I love them. I love the voice. I love the way they did things. So this should be a really good, interesting take on things. I showed you recently I bought McGuinn, Clark, and Hillman's album from 1979. This was Chris Hillman's solo debut from the prior year. Chris Hillman, 1978. Horace Hillman, one of the Byrds. Didn't produce any hits. This was the comeback album for Gary U.S. Bonds for 1981. Had the hit song This Little Girl on it. I later liked another song that came out from his second album called Out of Work. I have the single of that. It actually hit #1 on the Kirkham Report Top 35 at the time. I love that song. He was a terrific artist, way underrated. And finally, City Boy's second album, right, or third, another cutout, possibly promo, possibly not. The Day the Earth Caught Fire. City Boy had a big hit in 1978 called 5705. They were a pretty big hit in England. Much bigger there than they were here, but I always liked them as well. Kind of a sweet, mixed with Kansas or Styx. Really good stuff. So I can't wait to check those out either. I also got a bunch of hit CDs. I picked up a package of what Adam called dished 45s. I mainly got them for the picture sleeves. I'm not going to really show those because I just haven't had my 45 collection. Haven't unwrapped them yet, so I'm not going to show those yet. But the CDs I will. I hope they won't reflect. I hope I won't take them out of the box. Concert in Central Park from Simon and Garfunkel, which has all their big hits on it. Phil Collins hits. My wife and I were talking about how, in this day and age, what a ridiculous song Sussudio is. It was perfect for the mid-'80s. Now people are like, what the hell was he on? Steve Miller Band, greatest hits, so I wish there was a way to, like, mark the album so I could play the whole disc without playing The Joker, which is one of my all-time hated songs. But everything else on here, great stuff. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. My wife has the vinyl of this. I did not have this at all, so I picked up the CD. Good bargain price on that. The Eagles' first greatest hits album. All their early stuff on it. Great stuff, including One of These Nights, Lion Eyes, Desperado. All the really good Eagles era. Another one I already had on vinyl, but I got it on CD again. America's Greatest Hits, History. Terrific stuff. All their big hits are on here, from A Horse With No Name through Daisy Jane and everything in between. Another hits collection from Earth, Wind and Fire, one of my favorite bands of the 70s. I love their stuff. Shining Star, That's the Way of the World, Boogie Wonderland with The Emotions, great stuff. The Best of Carly Simon, again, one of the top singer-songwriters of the 70s. She doesn't record enough anymore. Love her stuff. This includes everything from her early stuff through 1975's Attitude Dancing, one of my favorite songs by her. Smokey Robinson, The Ultimate Collection, which is all solo stuff from the 70s and 80s. Great stuff from him. And of course, at the box set everyone's familiar with, The Best of the Doors. I've never been a huge Doors fan, but I recognize that I need it in my collection because they have some good stuff. My friend Chris, years ago, was a huge Doors fan. I never got into them the same way I never got into the Beatles, but I love Light My Fire. I love Hello, I Love You. Riders on the Storm, all favorite songs. So I decided, what the heck, it's a good price, I might as well grab it. So I made out like Flynn this time. I hope to have some more stuff up over the weekend. I don't know if you can see it, but my Calex from IKEA is now up. I'm almost full. I still have some stuff to move over here, and then I gotta start bagging and packing. And I need to finish up this side of the room, which is gonna have my equipment on it. So I'll be doing that over the weekend. And hopefully I'll have a room tour for you by the end of next week. I took a video before, back in early August, and after, and how it's going to be set up now. So I can actually start listening to my music again. Yay! Other than MP3s. Until then, I hope everybody's having fun, staying clear and free of drama. A lot of drama lately. Not getting involved because I just don't. But in any case, hope y'all having fun. Remember, music is the glue of the world. Without it, life would be meaningless. I'm TC. Bye.